Here we're being asked to rotate about the origin, negative 270. Now, 270 degrees is going to be, okay, so this is the negative direction. Okay, so I'm looking at the C here, and if I rotate that 90, I'm here, 180, I'm there, and another one brings me to here. So let's just rotate the whole shape. Click, and we're going to rotate. Okay, that's 90, and then 180, and then 270. Doesn't the 270 clockwise, or negative 270 degrees, look suspiciously like 90 counterclockwise, or positive 90? So 270 one way is 90 the opposite way. Just do it that way, okay? Just remember, 270 one way, 90 the opposite way. And that's all there is to it, okay? So rotate, let's do a few rotations quickly. Rotate 90 degrees clockwise, okay? So I'm going to rotate, we're going to be going this way clockwise, and remember the C is going to end up in the next quadrant down. So the C is in quadrant 1 up here. It's going to end up down here in quadrant 4. The A and B's are in quadrant 4. They're going to end up down here in quadrant 5. So all we have to do is remember the X and Y's are going to switch. So we can totally ignore their signs. Like the A is 7, negative 2. So I'm just going to call it like 7 and then 2 this way, or 7, 2. And it's going to end up over here in this quadrant at 2, 7. Okay, just switch the X and Y's, ignore the sign because we know what quadrant we're going to be in. Okay, like that. Rotating 180. So when we rotate 180, remember that the X and Y's just switch signs. So now we have to concentrate on the signs. So the A is 8, 0. So instead of being 8, 0, it's going to be negative 8, negative 0. But there's no such thing as negative 0. So it's going to be negative 8, 0. So we're going to rotate like this. Whee! Okay, the B, for example, which was negative 1, negative 6, is going to be positive 1, positive 6. So 180 rotation, the X's and Y's just change signs. That's it. Rotate 270 clockwise, that's 90 counterclockwise. So I click. We're going to go 90 in the counterclockwise direction. That's the opposite direction the clock moves. And if we look at the B point, it's 1, 6. It's really negative 1, negative 6, but I'm ignoring the signs. So I'm just going to say 1, 6 in quadrant number 3. So I'm going to move it to 6, 1 in quadrant number 4. Okay, remember we know that when we do a 90-degree rotation, the X's and Y's switch. There's a sign switch, but if you know what quadrant you're going to end up in, you don't really have to worry about the signs. 180 counterclockwise, clockwise or counter, doesn't matter. 180 is 180. Okay, whether I rotate 180 this way. Now, if I look at the B is at 2, negative 10. So I'm going to switch those signs. So I'm going to make it negative 2, positive 10. So that's right here. So when you're rotating 180, it doesn't matter whether I rotated this way to get there, okay, or whether I rotated the other way to get there. It's still going to be the same rotation, okay? So just remember, the X's and Y's switch signs. They do not change places for the 180 rotation. Okay, 90 degrees counterclockwise. Well, it's kicked me out. Anyhow, so that's enough for rotations. I think I've given you enough examples. So good luck and have fun.